Hello, welcome to another edition of Rapping About the Reaper. Our guest tonight is a children's book author. Her latest book, Broken Slippers, came out late last year. Let's welcome back Deborah Sue Cruz. She has kindly agreed to come onto the show and talk about her late brother David. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Now, I would like to begin by asking about yourself and your brother David before his untimely passing.
Well, David is one of my younger brothers. I'm the second of 7, and we grew up in Minnesota. And David was born with disabilities. He was legally blind, and he unfortunately had a brain tumor at a young age, and so they had to take out his pituitary gland, and he did not have any hormones, so he had many difficulties, but he was always a very cheery and happy-go-lucky person and always kind to people. He never let his disability slow him down.
If you don't mind me asking, what circumstances led to David's passing?
Well, at age 35, he had a major stroke, and he actually ended up in a coma, and the doctors at that time didn't expect him to wake up. And it was a miracle. He surprised everyone. He actually did wake up. So he lived another 4 years, and he had a pretty good life. I mean, he was happy, and he still had goals and liked to do different things. But unfortunately, he did have another major stroke, and that's what did kill him in the end.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. David actually was not expected to live past age 20, according to the doctors, but he surprised everybody. He went on and graduated from high school with pretty good grades, actually, even though he was legally blind. He took a little bit of college classes, and he did do a little traveling with his disabilities, and he actually lived to the age of 39.
If any, what kind of funeral did David have?
David did not want a funeral. He wanted to be cremated. He was an organ donor, and I was his power attorney, and I handled his medical advance directives. So I followed his wishes. David had died in December of 2005, and his favorite holiday was the 4th of July. So we decided to do a memorial service for him on the 4th of July of the following year in 2006. So we got our family together and had a nice memorial service and celebrated his life at my parents' place up in Michigan.
Is your family religious, or yourself, or was David religious in any way?
Yes, my whole family, my brothers and sisters, my mom, my parents, David, and I, we are Christians. We did go to church, and I still go today, and David liked to attend services too.
Did David's memorial provide you or your family solace or contentment?
I believe so, yes. Our family is a military family. I, myself, and my 2 brothers, and one of my younger sisters, we were all in the military. So we've been spread out across the country, and we haven't been able to spend as much time with everybody as we would like to. And I know my brothers and sisters didn't get to spend time with David like they would have liked to. So when we did the memorial service, everyone was able to come together and celebrate his life at my parents' house. So yes, I believe it did.
Broken Slippers, it's a tale about a young disabled girl, right? Did David's life inspire your book in any shape or form?
Yes, it actually did. In the front of the book, I actually have a dedication to David. Because of David's disabilities and the struggles he went through, and people thinking that because he had disabilities that he didn't have any dreams or goals, which is totally incorrect. The main character in Broken Slippers, her name is Jenny. She wanted to be the greatest ballerina dancer ever. And unfortunately, she was involved in an accident, so she ended up being disabled. But the book itself helped, as you read it, you become inspired because Jenny did not give up on her dream, even though she had disabilities. And I did get that from David because he always went forward no matter what with a good attitude. And so I did actually write the book after David had passed. It was not a story that I wrote earlier, but it came to me after he had passed.
David sounded like quite the unique individual and a one-of-a-kind man. It's great having you on the show again, and thank you for coming on.
Oh yeah, thank you for inviting me.
And you should go out there and buy yourselves a copy of Broken Slippers. And I'll see you next time on another edition of Rapping About the Reaper.